I wonder if this is going to be an interesting class.
Yeah, me too. So, what's your major?
Well, I've been batting around the idea of going into business, but I haven't decided yet, and my dad keeps telling me I have to choose a major, but I'm undeclared at the moment.
Ah, that's what happened to me my freshman year.
Oh, so what year are you in school?
I'm a senior, and I only have to take 10 more credits to graduate.
Well, that must feel great to be almost finished with school.
You can say that again. But once I graduate, I have to start repaying a student loan.
Ooh.
So I'm not looking forward to that.
But didn't your parents help you out with your college tuition?
No, my dad said he wasn't made of money, so he thought I should earn my own education. So I worked like crazy in the summer and part-time during the school year to cover my costs.
Well, that's parents for you.
And I received some financial aid and a scholarship one year, which really saved me.
Oh, that's nice.
But this past year, school has been more demanding, so I haven't been able to work as much.
Well, at least you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's true.
Well, have you lined up a job yet?
Not yet, but I'm trying to line up a few interviews at the job fair next month.
Well, at least you have some ideas on your future. I mean, I'm taking a business class right now, and the teacher always lectures us by saying that life is difficult and we should prepare for our futures by setting realistic goals. And the only place that success comes before...
Work is in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard all that before. Let me guess, is your teacher Paul Jones?
Yeah. How do you know him? I mean, did you have him too? I mean, the guy is, he's just real.
He's my dad. Yep.
Your dad? I mean, I didn't mean anything by what I said. I wasn't bad-mouthing him or anything. I mean, he's a good teacher and all. It's just that...
Hey, he's a dad. That's what dads do. Lecture. He has about 1,000 sermons on life, and he always shares them in his classes.
Yeah. Well, nice talking to you. I have to go.
Same here. Bye. I'll tell Mr. Jones you said hello, and maybe we could study together at my house?
No.
Hello, 24th Precinct. Officer Jones speaking.
Help! Yeah, it was wild. I mean, really bizarre.
Calm down, sir. Now, what do you want to report?
Well, I'd like to report a UFO sighting.
A what?
What do you mean, what? An unidentified flying object.
Wait, tell me exactly what you saw.
Well, I was driving home from a party about 3 hours ago, so it was about 2 a.m. when I saw this bright light overhead.
Okay, and then what happened?
Oh, man. Well, it was out of this world. I stopped to watch the light when it disappeared behind a hill about 1 kilometer ahead of me.
All right, then what?
Well, I got back in my car and I started driving toward where the UFO landed.
Now, how do you know it was a UFO? Perhaps you only saw the lights of an airplane.
No.
Or the headlights of an approaching car.
No.
Things like that happen, you know.
Well, if it was that, how do you explain the beast?
What do you mean, the beast?
Okay, I kept driving for about 5 minutes when all of a sudden this giant, hairy creature jumped out in front of my car.
Oh yeah? Then what?
Well, then the beast picked up the front of my car and said, "Get out of the car, I'm taking you to my master." Something like that.
Wow, a hairy alien who can speak English. Come on.
I'm not making this up, if that's what you're suggesting. Then, when I didn't get out of my car, the beast opened the car door, carried me on his shoulders to this round-shaped flying saucer, and well, that's when I woke up alongside the road. The beast must have knocked me out and left me there.
Well, that's the best story I've heard all night, sir. Now, have you been taking any medication, drugs, or alcohol in the last 24 hours? You mentioned you went to a party.
What? Well, I did have a few beers, but I'm telling the truth.
Okay. We have a great therapist that deals with these kind of cases.
I'm not crazy.
Well, we'll look into your story. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Stephen and I live in a tiny flat in Brixton, southwest London. I chose to live here because there is never a dull moment in a city like London. I'm an art student, and the hustle and bustle of so many people in one area is the inspiration for a lot of my painting. Another advantage of city life is having everything you need so close at hand. Living beside the tube station means I don't need a car to get around, which saves me money. Also, there are shopping centres, art galleries and museums everywhere. Of course, London, like any large city, has its problems too. Londoners don't chat on the tube or the bus, and there is much less community spirit than in the country where my parents live. In fact, they don't understand how I can put up with the constant noise and pollution and traffic congestion. However, I see that as a small price to pay. I'm in my element here in the heart of this fine city. As a famous poet once said, "He who is tired of London is tired of life."
Hello, or good day, as we say down under. My name is Mariana, and I live in New South Wales, Australia, on a huge ranch called the Rain River Land. It's a beautiful area with fantastic scenery. I live here with my husband Joe, and our two children, Patrick, 11, and Abby, 8. We have lived on this ranch for several years and love our healthy lifestyle. We have 70,000 hectares of land, so the children have lots of space to run around and enjoy the peace and quiet. The air is clean and fresh, and we produce a lot of our own food, so we are sure that what we eat is fresh. There's lots of hard work to do running a ranch, but we don't mind. Of course, there are some negative aspects to life out here. There are often droughts in Australia, and sometimes we can't grow any crops for months. We feel isolated sometimes too, especially since the nearest neighbours are almost 100 kilometres away. Another problem is that many things are not as easily available as in the city. There are no local facilities such as schools, supermarkets and shops. And if we are ill, we have to call the flying doctor. Although life here can be difficult, we wouldn't change it for the world.
Today, not all people over 70 think they're old. People stay younger for longer. 3 women who are over 70 and still going strong are Dodo Cheney, Carmen de Lorefice, and Omara Portuondo. What do they do, and how long have they done it? Cuban singer Omara Portuondo is one of the most popular jazz singers in the world. She has sung in clubs and cabarets for over 50 years and was on a Buena Vista Social Club album. Now she is 73 years old and is still one of the star singers at the famous Tropicana Club in Havana, Cuba. Dodo, Dorothy Cheney, is an 86-year-old tennis champion. She has played tennis for more than 70 years. Now she plays in tournaments for people over 75, and she has won over 320 matches. Carmen de Lorefice is 71 years old. She has been a model since she was 13. Her career started 58 years ago when a photographer saw her on a bus and asked to take her photo. Today, she still works for the Ford modeling agency.